Governor Roy Cooper is staying pretty tight-lipped about the possibility of becoming Kamala Harris's running mate. Governor Cooper is considered a top contender for vice president on a Harris ticket. And within the last hour, Governor Cooper ended a roundtable about medical debt in North Carolina. This is his first appearance since we learned he was being vetted for the role. After the meeting, Cooper refused to answer any questions out of respect for the process, he said.
About if you received any vetting materials about potentially becoming joining the ticket with VP Harris, and also would you accept the job if offered?
I'm not going to talk about that. I really want her to, I want to respect her process, give her the space to pick the best person, and I'm just not going to comment on her process.
The spotlight is now on Vice President Kamala Harris as she hits the campaign trail. She's visiting the battleground state of Wisconsin today in hopes of rallying voters ahead of Election Day. Jackie Heinrich shows us how she's already secured enough delegates to clinch the Democratic nomination.
In less than 2 days after the president withdrew from this race, more than a dozen states held meetings to swing their delegates to the VP, whose candidacy also hauled in $81 million in the first 24 hours, according to her campaign. That was the largest single-day haul in presidential history. And in her first day on the trail, Harris made a trip to Wilmington to meet the team that she now leads. Biden calling in to give his former crew new orders.
Let me be real clear. We're still fighting in this fight together. I'm not going anywhere. And I want you to know you've always had my back, and I promise you, I will always have your back. And I'm anxious for you all to hear from Kamala.
So the president will return to the White House today after recovering from COVID. Harris is heading to Wisconsin for her first day on the campaign trail. Her campaign says Vice President Harris's visit will highlight the choice facing Wisconsinites between Donald Trump, the convicted felon who would drag this country backwards, and her brighter vision for the future where our freedoms are protected and every American has a fair shot.
And we learned President Joe Biden will address the nation on his decision to drop out of the 2024 presidential race on Thursday night at 8. This will be the first time that we're hearing from the president since the announcement on Sunday. And you can watch his address right here on WRAL. Former President Trump will be making a stop in North Carolina tomorrow. He'll be in Charlotte for a rally at Bojangles Coliseum. You can count on WRAL for coverage of that rally tomorrow.